This is my biggest haul ever, and I can never see myself topping this. And if I do top this in the future, just a quick message to my wallet in the future, I'm sorry. So again, we've come to the end of another haul, or another month, so it's time for another haul. This time we've got our May 2021 haul. I've got Blu-rays, I got pops, comics, figures, a bunch of stuff. So let's just get into it. To start off, I picked up some more Invincible comics. I picked up 18, 19, 20, and 21. As far as I know, it finishes at 25, maybe 26, so I'm getting very close to the end, which is quite sad. So I kind of slowed down a bit. I haven't even read, I think 19, I'm halfway through that. I kind of slowed down because I don't want Invincible to be finished. I remember when I finished The Walking Dead, I was so sad, so I don't want to finish Invincible because then I don't know what I'm going to read after that. So I slowed down reading Invincible. But if you haven't read it, honestly, Invincible is a fantastic series. The TV show is amazing. There's a live action movie in the works. I don't know how this is going to work live action, but I'll be there day one to go and see it. Picked up a lot of pops, but I'm waiting for my Invincible pop. I don't even know if there's been any announced, but I want an Invincible pop so badly. Ever since I first read it, 4 years ago, I've wanted an Invincible pop, and now the fact that there's a TV show, I think there's a very high chance I will get what I want and get that pop. But I'll do these two together because they are Purge pops. Up until now, I had the teddy bear and Statue of Liberty, but I got these two really cheap. You can see the price on one of them was €5. This €5 as well, so I picked up these two as well. Wasn't a fan of her in the movie, neither of these, but I think just to have the set, I'm gonna have all the Purge figures together because I enjoy the Purge franchise. So for the price they were at, I said, you know what, I'll get it. As well, at this stage, it's at the start of the month. Well, actually, most of this stuff I actually bought over the last 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, a week and a half. So I bought these at a point where I only had 2 Blu-rays, and that was my entire haul for the month, and that was like at the 15th, 16th. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll pick these two up. So I'll have them in my collection. But looking at it now, it's quite big. I also picked up these two. These are part of a 2 for 20 in GameStop. I got Darth Maul. Previously, a couple of days before, my brother actually picked this one up, as well as Miles Morales, and I was like, I don't really want it. And then as he took it home, took it out of the box, I was like, why didn't I get that? That's fucking awesome. So I got that, and then I also got a Godzilla. I wasn't going to get Godzilla. My plan was actually to get Kong, and it's actually to get the bigger Kong, but I haven't seen them in person yet. And when I saw that, I just love the absolute detail in that. It's just so bloody cool. So I had to pick up a Godzilla. I'm going to have to get my eyes, or I'm going to have to look out and get the Kong, because Godzilla versus Kong, it's going to look great having them beside each other. I'm actually going to get to finally see that on the big screen now on Monday, because first time I watched it was on my TV, and that's not a way to watch Godzilla versus Kong. So I'm going to go see that on the big screen. Cannot wait to watch that on the big screen. Other two smaller pops. First up is one I've been looking for God knows how long. It's the Mandalorian flying with Baby Yoda's hands. I actually kind of gave up hope on ever finding this, but then I went to Smith's and it was just sitting there, so I immediately jumped on it. Another one I kind of gave up hope on ever finding was Snow White. Last year I collected all of the Seven Dwarfs. I got a shelf in my room, all of them going across, and I've had my eye out really looking for Snow White, but she was very hard to find, surprisingly. Not on Amazon, nowhere online that was like a reasonable price. Went into GameStop again, look, I got it on reduced price for €8, so I immediately had to pick that up. Now, in terms of princesses, I've got Anna, Elsa, Snow, and Belle. I imagine I'm going to get more, because I'd like to have all the Disney princesses. I think Cinderella would be the one I'd like to get next, but who knows if you can actually get her, because I think she's very expensive at the moment. And then last pop I got was one I actually only picked up yesterday. The 10-inch Baby Yoda. My little brother got one. By little, he's 14. But he got this for Christmas, and when I originally saw it in stores, I was like, I don't really like it because I got the 10-inch Mandalorian. I think I don't really want it, but then seeing it on his shelf is just, it's so cool. So I finally picked it up as well. Every time I ever saw it in store, it was before I was able to drive, so I couldn't cycle home with that or walk a great distance with that. But I bought it and I immediately went out and threw it in the car, and I was quite happy with that one, because I honestly didn't think I'd ever find it in stores again. I actually found that in Tesco of all places. But figure wise, I only got 2 this month. I went up north Northern Ireland, because cinemas aren't open here yet. As I said, they're opening Monday, but they opened last week up north, so I went up to go see Spiral. My girlfriend was buying a lot of stuff. I wasn't getting anything, so I wanted to buy something, and we found this comic store, and I got this Mudwalker figure. I haven't bought a Walking Dead figure in God knows how long. I haven't seen a Walking Dead figure in the stores in God knows how long, and I always wanted a Walker. I don't think I have one Walker. I've got the Bungee Gut one where you're able to hang him, so in my bedroom he's hanging from the ceiling, so now I've got 2 Walkers, and that's a pretty cool Walker. The ones in the back, the only one I don't have is actually Garrett. So if I can get him for a good price, I'll probably get Garrett, but I don't know if I could get him for a good price. Another one is a NECA figure. I bought Leatherface. Over the past 2 weeks, I ended up watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 for the beginning, and there's another one in there that I can't remember what it was. Well, I'm kind of really getting into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. I've only got 2 left. I have to watch Texas Chainsaw 3D, as well as Leatherface, and then I've seen them all. There's a new one coming out, as far as I know, this year, but who knows if that's actually going to come out this year. Hopefully it does, but who knows. Last 2 things I got before going into the Blu-rays, I picked up the 3rd Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, a really good price. Pretty cool. I'm not really a new Who fan, in the fact that I just have never had any way of watching it. On my desk though, I do have a mug full of Sonic Screwdrivers, kind of like Peter Capaldi in season 10. And I finally got Matt Smith's Sonic Screwdriver. I had to pay a little bit extra for this one compared to other Sonic Screwdrivers, but it's one I've wanted for God knows how long, and I'm actually planning on cosplaying as Matt Smith for Halloween. So me and my girlfriend, we were meant to do Bucky and Cap, because I have Cap's shield. She was going to go as Bucky, and now I'm trying to convince her to go as Matt Smith and Clara, but she doesn't really want to. She wants to do something more fun rather than just ordinary clothes, but I will convince her. But this was the first thing I needed to get before going with that costume. Now I was going to buy a tweed jacket and a bunch of other stuff, but very, very happy to have Matt Smith's Screwdriver. My favourite is probably still Peter Capaldi's, but Matt Smith's is probably right after that. I don't like Jodie's. I think it's kind of weird. It doesn't really look like a screwdriver. Well, none of them look like a screwdriver, but hers just, yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Now I got 3 stacks of Blu-rays here, so I might as well get into it. First up, Kick-Ass 2. I haven't seen Kick-Ass 2 in, I'd say 6 or 7 years. When did it come out? 2013. Yeah, 6 or 7 years. I think it's been the last time I saw Kick-Ass 2. I haven't seen Kick-Ass in, even the first one, I haven't seen it in God knows how long. I actually have the first one over by my TV in my watch pile that's been there for about a year. Eventually I'll get to it. And I've been looking for Kick-Ass, but I've always got Kick-Ass 2, but I've wanted it with the slipcover. Finally found it with slipcover, so I bought it. I probably will be added to my watch pile beside Kick-Ass, and eventually I'll get to it. I'll probably do a double bill of it one night, but people don't like that movie, and I cannot remember for the life of me why not. Maybe when I watch it I'll see all the obvious problems with it, but as of right now I can't remember why people don't like it. Also picked up Rio 1 and 2. This year Blue Sky actually shut down, so I was rewatching a lot of their movies when it was announced that they were shut down, and I rewatched Rio, and I forgot how fun of a movie Rio was, and I was actually trying to find the Blu-ray of it back then, but it was like the cheapest online was like 40 odd euro, and then I went into a movie store here in Dublin, and I found this box set for, I think it was like 11 euro, 12 euro for 1 and 2, so picked it up. I haven't seen 2 as far as I know, neither has my girlfriend, so we'd be watching that one together. She was quite excited to actually watch Rio 2 as well, so now I've got Rio 1 and 2 in the collection. Another one I've been kind of holding off on for so long, waiting for a slipcover, was Live, Die, Repeat. I haven't seen this one since 2014, since it originally came out. People were buzzing about this movie, so I said, okay, I'll watch it, but I've been kind of holding it off. I did want it. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Hopefully one day we will get the sequel, but I've been putting it off, trying to look for the best edition. I wanted it with a slipcover. I haven't found a slipcover, and it's been, well, it's been 7 years, so I think I'm never going to find a slipcover. And I think it's steelbook, but there's never been a steelbook I really like, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. I want to rewatch this movie, so I picked up Live, Die, Repeat with, of course, Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. This one I got for free in they got this loyalty card scheme in Tower Records store here in Dublin, where if you spend 150 euro, like not at once, but you get a stamp, and every time once you spend 150 euro you get 10 euro off, and I had 10 euro off. I didn't know the next time I was going to be in there, so I just picked up one of the movies. I saw that was 10 euro, so I picked up Horrible Bosses 2. I don't think I've seen this one. I know I've seen the first one. I was actually quite surprised I didn't have the first one on Blu-ray. I was convinced I had the first one on Blu-ray, so I obviously don't. But now I've got the second one on Blu-ray, and I will watch it. I'm kind of surprised to see that Jennifer Aniston's the only boss. I can't remember, one of them dies in the first one, I think, and then Kevin Spacey, I don't know why he's not here, but we got Chris Pine. I'm blanking on his name. What's his name? Christoph Waltz. Looks quite weird in that. And of course Jennifer Aniston just had to come back. But I'm actually looking forward to watching this. Hopefully it's funny. I only watched the first one last year or something for the first time in ages. So kind of hoping that this one is good. Also picked up The Mask. I only actually watched this movie for the first time last year. And it's not as great as a lot of people say, but it's funny. I like Jim Carrey, so I said, you know what, I picked this one up as well just to have in the collection, because it's been on my mind a lot lately over the past 2 weeks. I think it's because Mr. Sunday Movies did a Caravan of Garbage of The Mask, so I've been on my mind to rewatch it, so I guess I'll be rewatching it sooner rather than later. Also picked up the Snyder Cut in 4K. I was actually quite surprised that this 4K does not have a Blu-ray, so I wonder if moving forward that's going to be the norm. If you buy a 4K, you just get the 4K, because I liked getting the 4K and also having the Blu-ray. So, because I have a 4K TV with a 4K player up here, but if I wanted to watch a movie downstairs with my family, I don't have a 4K TV or player down there. So I liked having both, but this is it moving forward. It's kind of disappointing because I did enjoy having both, as I said. I also picked up Cliffhanger. I actually watched this for the first time not too long ago, probably, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. Big Stallone fan. It's always been on my mind to watch it, and I saw it was on Now TV, watched it, and I really enjoyed this movie. So saw it on Blu-ray, picked it up on Blu-ray, so I can have it as part of my collection. This is another one, like Rio, I've been looking for ages online, couldn't find it anywhere. Went into Tower Records, and they have The Corpse Bride. I really like the steelbook of this movie, but I can't justify the price that the steelbook's going for. But The Corpse Bride, I really love this movie. I went into it with kind of expectations where I wasn't really expecting anything. I went into it expecting not to really like it, just because I thought, it's just Tim Burton, because I'm not really a fan of Tim Burton. He's got a few movies I like, but I don't like his really gothic style. I'm just not really a fan of that, but I think this movie's fantastic, and I actually think it's better than Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a movie I actually love. So I was kind of surprised that I love this movie. First time I watched it, I was like, that was grand, but it's one that I actually think about a lot, and I'm actually really excited to watch it, because my plan was to then watch it again this Halloween with my girlfriend after watching it last year, but it's already been removed off Netflix, so that's why I've been trying to get ahead of time so we can watch it this Halloween, because I know I'm going to want to watch it. I know that she's going to want to watch it. So now I've got it so we both can watch it together. She's actually got a pop as well of the guy who I cannot remember his name. Victor. She got a pop of Victor, and as far as I know, the dog comes with him as well, which is quite cool. Got a Stand By Me. Quite an interesting story behind why I picked this one up. This is one that I'd seen a while ago. Went to actually watch it. Didn't have it. I must have sold it, whatever reason. And my girlfriend was talking to me about River Phoenix. She was saying that she didn't know Joaquin Phoenix had a brother who died. And I said, yeah, River Phoenix. He's in like movies like Stand By Me. She goes, what's that? So picked up Stand By Me for her so she can watch it. We haven't watched it together yet either. But as well, my sister has been like wanting to watch this for God knows how long. She was quite annoyed when we found out I actually sold the Blu-ray. So I picked up this now, so now my sister can watch it, my girlfriend can watch it, and I can watch it. So I picked up the 4K because it was a matter of like €1 more just to buy the 4K. So that way I've got the 4K and the Blu-ray rather than just buying the Blu-ray. Next up, picked up the High School Musical Trilogy on Blu-ray. People will call these guilty pleasures but I don't really feel guilty about the movies I like, so I just really enjoy these movies. Like I did a ranking last year from memory. I think it was 2, 1, 3, but I just love the third one. It's one that was my favorite as a kid. It's the soundtrack I think is the best, and it's a lot of fun. The second one as well, fantastic soundtrack. It's weird that it's the summer vacation because it's their high school. They're doing a musical. There's no high school or musical in High School Musical 2, which is just something I thought was weird. The first one is probably my least favourite. I don't know, it's just something, I don't know why. It's just, even as a kid, this one just never really clicked with me as the way the other two did. So, but I gotta have the first one. I do like them all. I do actually plan on rewatching them now soon enough, and the series actually came back, which is just, is it just me, or is this kind of season just more what's the word looking for, more cheesier than the first season? I just feel like it's very dramatic, very very dramatic, very CW kind of ways. I don't know, I can't remember if the first season was like that, but season 2 so far has just been very much like that. Another one is a new release of this year, which I think is my favorite horror movie of the year. Probably is. Oh yeah, probably is. Wrong Turn. This movie was announced that they were doing a remake, so I actually started watching the original ones. I watched one, which I actually thought was decent. I said if I actually come across the first one, I will buy it on Blu-ray. 2, I was like, what the fuck is this? 3 and 4 were painful beyond belief to actually watch. They were painful movie to watch, and I never bothered watching 5 or 6. I said I can't do this, and then this one came out, and I was actually strongly debating, going, will I even watch this? Because the other ones are just horrible movies. But I actually watched it, and I really enjoyed this movie. It's different from the other ones. It takes the kind of the main concept of people just getting lost in the woods or taking the wrong turn and then getting killed. And I just really like the kind of the world building, the whole kind of town or community that live up there. I just think this is a really interesting story, and I really hope we do get a part 2. I'd like to see what happens next, the continuation of what is happening up there, what are they doing up there, just the things they do to these people. It's horrific, and I'm kind of glad they're not incest kind of deformed people. Like that just got ridiculous in the original movies, but this is a movie I think it's the best in the franchise, and I actually bought it to rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it yet because I want to know, was I just kind of watching so many crap Wrong Turn movies that when this was just a big sigh of relief or a big breath of fresh air? Was I just kind of, was it good, was it not? So I want to give it a rewatch and see if my opinion on it still stands and that it is the best in the franchise. As I said as well, making my way through Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Next one up is the 2013 Trilogy movie, and I was just about to watch it the other night, and I decided not to. Then I went into town the next day, was in the movie store, and I saw it and immediately picked it up. These movies are very hard to find on Blu-ray. I've got the first 2 and the remake, and now I've got Texas Chainsaw Trilogy. I'm going to try to get the beginning. I have no interest in getting 3 or 4, but I'm actually looking forward to watching this. I don't know people's general opinion on this. I don't know if people love it. I don't know if people hate it. That's, for the most part, I don't really know much about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. I don't know people's opinion on them, but at the beginning, on the third one, I just felt they just getting very formulaic, and I think I kind of want something different. I'm getting sick of watching dinner scenes. I imagine we're going to see a dinner scene in this one, but I hope we just see something different from this franchise. It's just getting very same old, and I just like to see something new. Another one, just go with it. This is a movie that I used to love when I was a kid, and I hadn't seen it in so many years, so I picked it up on Blu-ray, and it's fine. The best thing about it is easily Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. Their chemistry, their back and forth, their banter, best part about it. But I really don't understand why Adam Sandler will go out of his way to get with this 20-year-old as much as he does. And I don't know why this 20-year-old gets so invested in this 40-year-old divorced man with kids. I don't get it at all. But Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, brilliant chemistry. I'm not surprised why they did more movies together. Also, I got this in a deal. These were too perfect deal. I picked up Emma. For me, I have no interest in Emma. If my girlfriend didn't want to watch Emma, I would never have bought Emma. But this is her type of thing. She loves all this. She loves like Downton Abbey. We went to see the movie. We're going to be seeing the new one this year. So she saw the price. And she goes, oh yeah, can we get that? Because it was the 2 for $20. So haven't watched it yet. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. But eventually one day we will watch Emma because she's very excited for her. I heard good things about it as well. I really do like, and I can never get her name, Anya Taylor-Joy. I think she's brilliant what I've seen her in so far, so I'm actually looking forward to as much as I can be to watch a movie like this, because this is just not my genre. I don't like these types of movies. I think they're very boring, drawn out. Little Women was the one I actually liked, but other than that, not really many of them. I finally bought Fight Club. This one, like Live, Die, Repeat or Edge of Tomorrow, is one that I've just been waiting for the right edition, but it just got to the point where I just said, you know what, I'll get it as well. I got it with the 2 for $20 deal. Haven't seen Fight Club in years. It's been, honestly, years since I've seen Fight Club, and it's always been one I do want to go back and rewatch, especially at the start of this year. I was watching so many David Fincher movies. I do want to go back and watch Fight Club again, so now I've got Fight Club, so I can go back and watch it. As I just said, I was watching a lot of David Fincher movies at the start of the year. Picked up Seven. I actually watched Seven for the first time. I knew nothing about it. I knew like what's in the box, but I didn't know what was in the box. I knew it was Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, so I went in really excited for this movie, and it's honestly amazing. I'm really excited to go back and watch it again. You can see where Saw kind of gets their inspiration, because there's a lot of stuff in this where you see the kind of the aftermath, the traps where in Saw you would see it, and I think it's a really, really great movie. And if you haven't seen it, 100% recommend. Last one up, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I haven't seen this one since it came out originally. I remember that summer it was on, not probably the following summer, it was on TV. I ended up watching it all because even as a kid I loved Ben Stiller, and I was just amazed by this movie as a kid. I loved the journey. It was nothing like I had seen from Ben Stiller up to that point. It was all like Zoolander, Meet the Parents, all these comedies from him. So I remember being a bit taken back by this, but I am actually looking forward to rewatching it. It's been one I've been trying to get for God knows how long, but just like all the other movies here, the store is actually coming handy, and I do love going. I rather buy my movies in store, so actually getting this in store at a good price really, really worked out well. Haven't rewatched it yet, but it's definitely at the top of my list to rewatch it sometime soon in the near future, because Ben Stiller, he's my favorite comedic actor, but he's up there with one of my favorite actors in general. I just think he's really likable. He's got such a great charisma to him. I just think he's a really, really good actor. But that is everything I picked up in the month of May 2021. As I said at the start, this is easily my biggest haul of all time, and I don't know how I can top it. There's just so much here for this month. I was kind of amazed when I was putting everything together. I had nowhere really to put it. That's why I'm kind of glad I got Baby Yoda, because I could stack the Blu-rays on top of Baby Yoda. But let me know your favorite thing that I picked up in the month of May in the comment section down below. What you pick up in the month of May, let me know all that in the comment section down below. If you want to see more content from me in the future as well, click that subscribe button so you can see more reviews, rankings, all that kind of stuff as well. I do unboxings all the time. There's a Doctor Who unboxing coming very soon, so if you want to see all that, click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.